Hi, my name is Michael Wynn and I'm in Contemporary Bio 1233. And my topic today is GMOs, or genetically modified organisms. So, why is GMO such a hot topic? With today's growing population, the more people there are, the more mouths we have to feed, meaning the more food we have to produce. So, in order to meet demands, we manipulate plants and crops to more efficiently produce food by resisting damages to pesticides, producing higher crop yields, increased shelf life, and crops can even be tailored to provide better health benefits for us. With the help of GMO, it takes less land to produce more food. In some instances, crop yields can potentially double when the transition from traditional crops to GMO crops is completed by local farmers. Statistically, it shows that by 2050, just a mere decades from now, the world will have a population upwards of 10 billion people. Unfortunately, Oxfam currently estimates that global food production as it is today is only enough to feed around 8 billion people. So another advantage of using GMOs is the conservation of energy, soil, and water. This allows our food distribution network to take less of a toll on our environment. Foods can even be grown in areas with little rainfall and have zero irrigation with the proper modification. Also, because crops have an increased resistance to disease, weeds, and pests, there are a higher increase in crop yields with little land and soil. With all of these factors that make it easier to budget food resources for a large population base. However, not everyone is a fan of GMOs. For one, pesticides are applied to insects because they're a threat to crops, but still a few insects, still somehow manage to survive pesticides. And every time this happens, the insects become more resilient to pesticide and become somewhat of a superbug. And a group of superbugs can destroy an entire cropland without even being infected by pesticide, which in return will reduce food supplies instead of increasing them. Another topic that makes GMO a controversial thing is the fact that there is evidence that because GMO modifies crops to become more resilient to diseases by artificially placing antibiotics within the DNA of crops, this antibiotic within the DNA of the crops that we humans consume, these foods that are infused with antibiotics may create a resistance to antibiotics for us. So the advantages and disadvantages of GMOs is a necessary conversation that we must have. At some point, we must figure out how to feed our growing population, and new farming methods can produce only a limited amount of change. With this technology, we have the potential to maximize food resources. So, of course, maximizing these resources while creating health problems for future generations may not be the right answer. But as it is today, it is currently up to 92% of the U.S. corn is genetically engineered, as is 94% of soybeans, 94% of cotton, and it even has been estimated that upwards of 75% of processed food on supermarket shelves today, from soda to soup to crackers to condiments, contain genetically engineered ingredients. This controversial topic is still a topic that is trying to find a middle ground between food security and food safety, and will be a very important discussion in the future.